All right, so we had a really interesting conversation and experience in my intermediate class last night that I wanted to share because it's, I think, really important for improvisers of all levels. Last night, in general, we were working on the concept of specificity, right? Entering a scene and being super specific about the information that you share. Instead of saying, well, I'm going to get together with him later. We might say, I'm going to get together with my obnoxious neighbor later. You know the one. He's always wearing Ralph Lauren clothes and tries to make it look like he's wealthy even though he's not. That's an example of how to take something general and make it specific. So, okay, this is what we're doing last night, and we're practicing our improvisers coming in and being specific and giving each other those gifts. And an amazing thing happened in one of the scenes. One of my improvisers decided that they were going to find this King James Bible in a bookstore, because the scene was taking place in a bookstore. And they reached down and they pulled out this King James Bible and they presented it to the other player on stage, who opened it, looked at it, and said something along the lines of, "What a lovely gift. Thank you." And the other improviser said, "Well, I know how much you love the Bible." So I side coached and I said, "Go ahead and open the Bible, turn to your page that you love, and read your favorite passage." And she turned around and looked at me like I was crazy. "I don't know any passage from the Bible." And I said, "Awesome, then make it up." And there was this moment of cognitive distortion, right? Because the improviser in class had made a very common mistake. She was equating being specific with being accurate. And those are not the same things. And improv does not require you to be accurate when you're being specific. You don't need to know history, literature, art, science, space, time, gravity. You don't need to know all of that. You just get to make it up. And so what I wanted to share today is that particular tip, right? Don't let this notion of I have to be factually correct or accurate ever get in the way of your being specific when you are improvising. Throw it out the window. Here's why. Because an audience knows what is in and what is not in the King James Bible. And when you open up your make-believe King James Bible and you say, "Yea, verily did Danny hand out hamburgers to the people, and they lifted him high and praised upon him. And Danny saved the biggest hamburger for a small child named Melinda." They'll laugh because they understand that there is no such thing in the Bible. Whatever you decide to do, make it specific, but you don't need to make it accurate. And watch what happens to the laughter and the comedy that comes from your improv. All right? All right. We'll see you folks on stage. Hope this tip helped.